Liverpool training, 5 things spotted as Alisson prepares for debut and Jurgen Klopp finalises 11 for new season. Jurgen Klopp took charge of Liverpool's latest training session in Evian-les-Bains in sunny France on Thursday, ahead of their penultimate pre-season friendly. The Reds go head-to-head with Napoli at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin this weekend, 3 days before they take on Torino at Anfield. Klopp will have a good idea of what his first 11 will look like going into Liverpool's first game of the season against West Ham, and you can expect to see a team closer to the one that will kickstart the 2018-19 campaign in Ireland on Saturday. Here's 5 things we noticed from Liverpool's latest training session. The Liverpool squad have just 2 pre-season friendlies left to prove to their manager they deserve a starting place in the team this season. Klopp has been chopping and changing and trying out youngsters and fringe players throughout the summer, to both take a better look at his entire squad, and because a number of first-team stars were resting post-World Cup. But the Reds boss has his whole team available to him now, including new signing Alisson, and you can expect to see a first 11 closer to the one that will feature regularly for Liverpool this season in their final 2 friendlies. On Thursday, Klopp, who has been jovial throughout the summer, addressed his squad in a rather serious manner. It's game time now. Mo Salah was Liverpool's standout player last season as the Reds made it all the way to the Champions League final. It was in some ways a bad omen on that night in Kiev that the Egyptian picked up an injury and was forced off so early on into the match against Real Madrid. Without their quick, intelligent and accurate forward, Liverpool struggled to get the better of Los Blancos, and were beaten 3-1. Salah had a slow World Cup on account of the shoulder injury, but he's been back to his best in recent weeks, and that can only be good news for the Reds. Liverpool fans are desperate to get a first look at Alisson following his £67 million transfer from Roma in this summer's transfer window. And they won't have to wait long after Klopp confirmed he would feature for the Reds in this Saturday's friendly with Napoli. It's pretty likely he'll make his debut. We should not waste time, Klopp told Liverpool.com. Then it'll be nearly a week, or 6 days in training, since he started, and yes, he will play. I'm very pleased to be able to work with him, but first of all it's very important he can start now because the season starts in 1.5 weeks. Each player in the world needs training and time to adapt to his mates. We have 2 games to do that before we start, so it's really good. He obviously has a real presence, he's smart, he's very nice, and it's good to have him around. It's only positive. Even the performances in training, which is not too important in the beginning, are already exceptional, so all good. With places up for grabs in the Liverpool first team, training has stepped up over the past week in France. And nothing shows that more clearly than the below image of Virgil van Dijk going in for a challenge with Alberto Moreno. It might just be a kickabout in the sun, but as you can see, the Dutchman is taking things very seriously. So seriously, in fact, he's willing to foul his teammate to dispossess him and get an edge over him. Fine margins, and all that. It was all competition, pep talks, down to business and seriousness on the Liverpool training pitch on Thursday, which the photographer captured. But he also snapped the players having a quick rest in the sun, and focused on Moreno's body art, for want of a better expression. Most footballers are peppered with tattoos these days, and the Spanish left-back is no exception in that regard. He does have some rather unusual linkings though, including a tiger wearing a hat and a kangaroo wearing boxing gloves. Make of those what you will.